to another edition of YPS. Today happens to be Kids Parliament. The kids are going to be talking about peace. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mame Sewasapon and I'm your host for today's episode. Stay glued to your seat and enjoy the procedures.
Let us pray. Almighty and merciful God, as we gather here today in this esteemed chamber, we humbly seek your guidance and wisdom. Grant us the clarity of mind to discern what is just and right, and the courage to uphold the values of truth, integrity, and compassion in all our deliberations and decisions. Bless each member of this assembly with the strength to serve our nation and its people with diligence and sincerity. May we approach our responsibilities with humility and a spirit of cooperation, mindful of the trust placed upon us by our fellow citizens. Grant us, O Lord, the ability to listen attentively, to speak with honesty and respect, and to act with wisdom and discernment. May your divine presence be felt among us, guiding our proceedings and uniting us in the pursuit of the common good. We offer this prayer in your holy name, trusting in your infinite wisdom and grace. Amen.
Amen.
Let us sit. Honorable members, I extend a warm and hearty welcome to each and every one as we commence this extraordinary meeting of the third season of Kids Parliament. This meeting is to remind us of the peace we have as a country we need not to take for granted. Honorable members, we will proceed by taking your peaceful messages from the ministers to all polling agents and electoral commissioners. Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Sports.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. Honorable members, I am Honorable Hanso Atwe, YP21. As the Sports Minister for our beloved country, I stand before you not to speak about Ghana's football, but to give a peace message to all polling agents and electoral commissioners as we head towards the election. Dear polling agents and electoral commissioners, can you hear the cry of Mother Ghana? Can you see the tears dripping from the eyes of the children of Ghana? Can you even remember those who lost their lives during the 2020 election? The peace of Ghana is in your hands. So I urge you to perform your duties with professionalism and integrity on the election day. Finally, Mr. Speaker, there will be no sports without peace. So let the peace of Ghana be your guiding principle on 7 December. I stand for peace. Let us all stand up for peace during and after the election. Long live Ghana. Thank you.
Long live Mr. Speaker. Good day, Mr. Speaker, honorable members of Parliament. This is your Honorable Minister for Aviation, Honorable Benedict Anyami Ace. I have come into your homes again to bring you peace message of the ahead of our upcoming elections. I want to remind the electoral commissions and the polling agents that they've promised us a fair and free election. And we look forward to that. We Ghanaians have the privilege of visiting 46 countries without a visa. Knowing this, let us maintain our peace and unity as Ghanaians. 7th December is almost around the corner. Let us all support to foster our peace and harmony. To the electoral commissions and the polling agents, Execute your duties with integrity and excellence. And to every Ghanaian citizen, remember, peace is our collective responsibility. No waiting me wakani bia. Let us all think about the effect of conflict during election and never try to raise misunderstanding. Long live Mr. Speaker. Long live people of Ghana. Once again, I am Honorable Benedict Sanamiye Asen. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Interior.
Mr. Speaker, may you be blessed. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as the Minister of Energy, I want to take a moment to address you all on the importance of peaceful elections as we prepare for the upcoming polls. I urge you to remain that our democracy is built on the principles of fairness, transparency, and integrity. Let us work to ensure that the electoral process is conducted in a peaceful, orderly manner. I urge you to remain impartial and ensure that the electoral process is conducted in accordance with the laws of our land. Let us choose peace, let us choose unity, and let us choose together to work together for the betterment of our country. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Tourism.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. Honorable members of Parliament, I greet you all. I am Kayla Asosika from Paul, Minister for Tourism. I am pleased to come before you and talk to you about the upcoming election regarding what we can and must do to achieve a peaceful and a successful electoral event. Mr. Speaker, before I start my message, I would like to convey a heartfelt gratitude from the Executive Office of the President to you all. Mr. Speaker, as we approach this crucial period in our nation's democratic journey, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each of you for your dedication and service. Your roles are pivotal in ensuring that the electoral process is conducted with the utmost integrity, transparency, and professionalism. I urge you all to perform your duties diligently and impartially, upholding the principles of fairness and justice. Your fairness and justice. Your fairness and justice. Your roles are pivotal in ensuring that the electoral process is conducted with the utmost integrity, transparency, and professionalism. I urge you all to perform your duties diligently, impartially, upholding the principles of fairness and justice. Let us work together to create an environment of peace and respect, where every citizen's voice is heard and valued. Mr. Speaker, your commitment to these ideals will not only strengthen our democracy, but also foster a sense of unity and trust among the people of Ghana. We owe it to ourselves, we owe it to the unborn generations, we owe it to our beloved motherland, Ghana, thank you for your waving passion to dedicate our dedication to our beloved country. Together we can build a better Ghana. Thank you. Good day, honorable members of parliament, distinguished guests and fellow Ghanaians. I rise to urge, Mr. Speaker, all polling agents and electoral commissioners to embody the values of diligence and peace. As we approach this critical election period, just as a well-maintained road connects our collective commitments to peaceful and transparent electoral processes can pave the way for a brighter future for Ghanaians. Let us work together to create a peaceful and inclusive electoral environment. May God bless our beloved nation, Ghana. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Mr. Speaker, may you live long. Mr. Speaker, may you live long life. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I stand here as a minister of indeed, my job. My job is to make safe everyone in the community is safe. Well, indeed, a lot of people perform their duties well. We together form places and stability in all the country. Remember, we only have one Ghana. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Defense.
Honorable members of Defense Ministry and Military, good day to you all. I go by the name Honorable Ewomazino Mariam Otogboro. Election is a cornerstone of our democracy, but they can only thrive in peace as the defenders of our nation. Our role is not just to protect borders, but to safeguard our role is not just to protect the borders, but to safeguard the rights and freedom of every Ghanaian. Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, during the election, the world will look to you as symbols of fairness, must inspire confidence, ensuring every citizen feels safe to vote without fear or intimidation. After the declaration of the results, let us show that Ghana's strength lies in our ability to stand together, even in times of great decision. Mr. Speaker, it is said, when we defend peace, we defend democracy. And when we defend democracy, we secure the future of Ghana. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I rest my case here.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. Dear Ghanaians, as we prepare to vote
in the upcoming elections. I want to remind everyone of the need to maintain peace. Ghana is admired worldwide for its peaceful election and unity. Let us work together to protect this good name. Elections are time to choose leaders and share ideas about how to move our country forward. However, they should never divide us or cause violence. We must remember that Ghana is bigger than any political party or candidate. Our natural resources like gold, forests, and political and rivers are gifts from God and belongs to all of us. As your minister for lands and natural resources, I call on political leaders to campaign respectfully and focus on important issues. I urge our youth to avoid violence and instead promote unity. Security agencies must act fairly to protect everyone, and the media must report responsibly without stirring up trouble. Let us respect each other. If we disagree, together we can show the world that Ghana is peaceful and strong democracy. Our unity is what makes us great, and we must not lose it. May God bless our homeland, Ghana, and keep us united. Your Minister for Land and Natural Resources, Honorable Matilda Kwati. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Planning and National Development.
My name is Nana Kwame Frimpong-Minta, Minister for Planning and National Development. As the Minister for Planning and National Development, I will encourage all those going to vote to, first of all, check the plans of those you are going to vote for and how it will develop the country in our future generations. Secondly, I will encourage all the regions to have a manufacturing company which was built or raised by some of the following candidates you are going to vote for. This will bring peace to the region. The youth living in that country may travel to another region or country for a better life. In addition, which is my final point, I will encourage all the security agencies to make sure there is peace in the upcoming elections in all the constituencies and make the people vote and don't let them fight using armed weapons. This will bring peace to the country and lead to development. Mr. Speaker, honorable members of Parliament, I rest my case here.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Finance.
I salute you, four fellow honorable members and fellow citizens. I am Daniela Kwe-Ama, your Minister of Finance. To the nation, I come your way this morning to approach this important advice with you. As we approach this important moment, to share this piece of advice with you, I urge it and everyone has the privilege to cast our vote. I come to you with a message of a peace and unity. Elections are not just about choosing leaders. They are about building the future of our beloved country. Every vote is a voice and every voice matters. That is why I urge you to approach this process with a spirit of respect, understanding, and togetherness. We may have different opinions, different ideas, and support different candidates, but at the heart of it all, we share one common goal, a better and brighter future strengthening of our country. Let us not allow our differences to divide us, but rather them strengthen and democracy. As you step out, remember this peace is the foundation upon us. Violence, conflict, and hatred voice have no place in this process. Let us uphold all leaders, supporters, and every citizen to ensure this election is peaceful. Speak with calmness, act with wisdom, and treat each other with the dignity we all deserve. Our children are watching, and our action will teach them what it means to be part of our great nation. Let us show them that we can disagree with hate, complete without hosting, and celebrate democracy with peace. Together, as one united people, let us march towards a future full of hope and opportunity. May peace reign before, during, and after this election. Thank you, and may our country continue to rise in strength and unity. God bless our homeland Ghana and make us great. Thank you.
Honorable members, shall we rise as we sing and meditate on this song? Ma omanyimu insem ye wuhia asem.
Welcome back from the quick commercial break. I hope you have enjoyed some of the proceedings. Stay glued to your seats and enjoy more.
Honorable members, welcome from the break. We shall continue by taking your peace message to all citizens as we approach the polls of 7 December. Let's hear from the Honorable Deputy Minister for Planning and National Development.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. I am Honorable Gloria Amuzu, Deputy Minister for Planning and National Development. I am very excited to speak to His Honored House and the people of Ghana as well. Mr. Speaker, my ministry is responsible for the process setting of long-term goals and objectives for the country's economy, social and environmental development. Mr. Speaker, the only way we as a country can realize all our goals and objectives is to have peace in our country. Mother Ghana has come a long way. Let's remember the tale of our forefathers. A peaceful election is the best way forward. People of Ghana, do not be divided by political party. No political party is bigger than Ghana. Without Ghana, there is no political party. Remember, your life is only one. Ghana comes first. A peaceful Ghana is to make us all proud. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Deputy Minister for Digitalization and Communication.
Good afternoon, Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, esteemed media representatives, distinguished guests. Today, I stand before you to represent the Minister of Digitalization and Communication in the person of Honorable Emmanuel Anaduhabi to advocate for peaceful election in Ghana and foundation of our democracy. Mr. Speaker, social media plays a crucial role in promoting peaceful election, especially in today's digital age. As we approach the upcoming election in Ghana, it is essential to harness the power of platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok to foster a culture of unity among citizens. Youth engagement and social media can significantly influence public emotion by sharing messages that promote tolerance and understanding. Young people can reduce the negative narrative often spread by the hate speech and misinformation. Mr. Speaker, however, it is important for users to verify information before sharing it. Misinformation can lead to panic and division, undermining the democratic process by promoting accurate information and urging in constructive dialogue. Social media can be a powerful friend in ensuring peaceful election. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, we can prepare for the election. Let us leverage social media responsible to promote peace, uphold democratic values, and ensure that every voice is heard. A week today, which is 7 December 2024, Ghanaians will cast their vote and peace that we need to move Ghana forward. We, children and women, will be in danger or trouble, so we need peace. Peace, peace we need. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Deputy Minister for National Security.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. Honorable members of Parliament, I greet you all. I, Deputy Minister for National Security, Jamal Jesijiwa, is very excited to be given this opportunity to inform the House of the comprehensive security arrangements we have put in place to ensure the safety of our voters, polling agents, and citizens during the upcoming elections. Mr. Speaker, elections are a fundamental process in democratic governance, allowing citizens to choose their leaders and hold them accountable for their actions. A security strategy is built around three key pillars: intelligence operations, visible policing, and community engagement. We have enhanced our intelligence gathering capabilities to identify potential security and take proactive measures to mitigate them. Mr. Speaker, we have developed additional security personnel to all locations, including polling stations, to maintain law and order and provide protection to the public. We have also launched a public awareness campaign to educate citizens on the importance of maintaining peace and security during the election period. Mr. Speaker, as the Deputy Minister for National Security, I can assure you that we have provided training on human rights and election security to ensure that they understand their role and responsibilities. In addition, we have dedicated election security task force, which will oversee security operations and respond to any emergency security concerns. This task force will include representatives from the electoral commissions, political parties, and civil social organizations to ensure transparency and accountability. Mr. Speaker, I can assure you that I have taken these measures very serious. We have established a hotline for reporting incidents of violence or intimidation, and we will have a rapid response team in place to respond quickly to any emergency security concerns. We will also be working with the electoral commissions and under stakeholders to ensure that the election is free, fair, and peaceful. Mr. Speaker, thank you for your attention and trust in our efforts to safeguard the security of voters, polling agencies, and citizens. God bless our homeland Ghana. Let's all vote in peace before and after elections because we all have only one Ghana. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister of Information.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. Good afternoon, Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, esteemed media representatives, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I humbly welcome you all to this grand gathering, and I am Honorable Ishaban Ponsankroma. Today, I stand before you to represent the Ministry of Information to advocate for peaceful elections in Ghana, a cornerstone for our democracy. Mr. Speaker, may you live long. I humbly urge all media outlets to use their platforms responsibly, avoiding the spread of panic or divisions among citizens. Our collective goal should be to foster an environment of peace and unity, especially as we approach the upcoming elections in December 7th, 2024. The scars of conflict remind us that devastation is unbearable. Let us embrace the principles of our national pledge, loyalty and faithfulness to Ghana. By promoting dialogue and understanding among different political affiliations, we can illuminate our path toward a peaceful electoral process. Mr. Speaker, civil society organizations play a crucial role in this process by monitoring elections and educating voters about their rights. Initiatives like the Peace Pact signed by political leaders demonstrate a commitment to non-violence and respect for electoral outcomes. As we move forward, Mr. Speaker, let us prioritize peaceful coexistence over conflict. Together, we can ensure that our elections reflect the will of people, resulting to the violence or intimidation of Ghanaians. I rest my case here.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. My name is Honorable Josephine Hadrajofo, the Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. As the Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, I urge all political leaders to embrace the true spirit of democracy during this election period. Mr. Speaker, the strength of our nation lies not in the division of peaceful collaboration of all citizens. I call upon each of you to lead by example, advocating for peace, tolerance, and respect among your supporters. The election process is a reflection of our collective commitment to democracy, and it's crucial that we protect its integrity by ensuring that it is conducted in a sphere of peace and harmony. Let us reject violence, intimidation, and form of unrest. Instead, let us promote dialogue and understanding and a commitment to building a better future for all.
Together, let us make this election a victory for democracy, unity, and peace. God bless our motherland, Ghana. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. Good afternoon, honorable members of Parliament, esteemed members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I, Honorable Lorna Okran, is honored to represent the Ministry of Health before this August Assembly. Mr. Speaker, as we approach the elections, it is essential to recognize that health encompasses not just physical well-being, but mental and social well-being. A peaceful environment is vital for maintaining good health. As we prepare to exercise our democratic rights, I urge all eligible voters to promote peace and stability. Our words, actions, and decisions should reflect our commitment to a united and prosperous Ghana. As we go to the polls, let us remember that our individual and collective health is linked to the peace and stability of our nation. A peace election is not just a political imperative, but also a public health necessity. I respectfully urge all eligible voters to exercise their rights without causing any disturbances. Let us work together to promote a peaceful and stable environment that fosters good health and well-being for all Ghanaians. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make her great and strong. Mr. Speaker, please permit me to use local dialect. Mr. Emeka say, "Okonfo boneti krom, na se opese krone boa, otemubi. Enunti, yandwene omano asomdwe hukani." Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, may you declare. I, Honorable Suboboti, Minister for Works and Housing, is very glad to be called upon to speak to this noble house and Ghana at large. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Works and Housing, as we all know, exists to formulate, monitor and evaluate the implementation of policies, plans and programs for the sustainable management of public landed properties, drainage and coastal protection, work as well as safe, secure, decent and affordable housing. These services are to all Ghanaians, not a political party. Mother Ghana has been a beacon of hope and peace in the African continent for years now. The time has come once again. The time to rise above divisions created by ethnicity, politics, and religion. A united Ghana is the strongest Ghana. Peaceful elections will enhance development, whilst violence will only kill Mother Ghana. Mr. Speaker, whether the elephant, the umbrella, the butterfly, the blue, white, and red, or the green, white, red, and black, none, and I repeat, none is bigger than the red, gold, and green with the black star. People of Ghana, let's vote peacefully. Give peace a chance. A peaceful today is a successful tomorrow. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Gender and Social Protection.
Honorable Speaker of Parliament, may you be blessed. Honorable Speaker of Parliament, fellow ministers, distinguished guests, I extend my greetings to you all. I am Honorable Nico Brechum, Minister for Gender and Social Protection. As As the Minister for Gender and Social Protection, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind all Ghanaians of the importance of peace and unity as we approach our upcoming elections. As we prepare to head to the polls on December 7, 2024, I urge all citizens to prioritize peace, tolerance, and respect for one another, regardless of our differences. Let us work together to ensure that our elections are free, fair, and peaceful. I encourage all Ghanaians to join this campaign and make a personal commitment to peace. Let us remember that our diversity is our strength and our unity is our greatest asset. As we move forward, let's do so with kindness, compassion, and respect for one another. God bless our great nation, Ghana. Again, I am Honorable Nicole Brechum Wabrechum, Minister for Gender and Social Protection. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. I am Honorable Efia Edisi, the Minister of Education, and I greet all honorable members of this great house. Mr. Speaker, we all know that elections are celebrated as peaceful and democratic ways to change the government, but too often there are flashpoints for violence and riots that actively recruit young people. Elections are cornerstones of democracy, offering citizens the opportunity to shape their nation's future. Mr. Speaker, Ghanaians are one people with a common destiny. To let the youth know that regardless of political differences or religious attributions, we are still one people. As Ghana approaches its December 7 general elections, the atmosphere is charged with anticipations and hope. In the light of this, Mr. Speaker, I appeal to all the political leaders to speak to their supporters to prioritize justice and fairness to ensure a peaceful election. Mr. Speaker, elections should be a celebration of democracy, not a source of division. And to achieve this, we must ensure that the process is just and fair, leaving no room for doubt or conflict. And this is what I urge all political leaders to promote. They should foster an environment of transparency and trust. Mr. Speaker, we are all aware that disputes are inevitable, but how we handle them will determine whether peace will prevail or not. So all political leaders should establish mechanisms for swift and impartial resolutions of electoral disputes to prevent escalation in the upcoming election. Mr. Speaker, I, the Minister of Education, ensures that quality education is accessible for all Ghanaians in order to support human, capital, and national development, and for me to continue to do the good work I'm doing for the innocent Ghanaian students. I appeal to all the political parties to speak to their supporters to avoid any sort of violence, riots, before, during, and after the election, for I have good plans for all Ghanaian students in 2025. I urge all students in Ghana to be agents and ambassadors of peace. I, the Minister of Education, stand for peace. So I want all students and teachers to stand for peace. Let us have violence-free election this year. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I rest my case. I'm Honorable Efia Edisi, today not a storyteller, but a Minister of Education. Thank you.
Let's hear from the honorable ministers as they give a peaceful message to political leaders. Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Agricultural Development.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long and have a blessed day. As I stand here before you, I am the Minister of Agricultural Development. And most of you think agriculture mainly focuses on planting, but it involves rearing of animals too. And as I stand here, I want to talk about how Ghana's agricultural level is low, because I've realized that Our country's agricultural productivity is lower than other countries. So, to solve this problem, I will try to encourage the youth to start rearing of animals and planting. Most people think agriculture is mainly for people at the rural areas, but it can also be done in urban areas too. People look down at farmers because they don't wear because their clothes are not mostly clean. But the reason for that is because they have been working and the soil makes it dirty. In Ghana's flag, it consists of 4 colors, which are red, gold, green, and black. And the green represents Ghana's rich forest. Without agriculture, most of you will not be here today because through agriculture that we get the food that we eat. So as I stand here today, as Minister of Agricultural Development, people should not look down at farmers for what they do. Instead, they should encourage them, and because they are important, because farmers play an important role in our society. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. Honorable Ministers, esteemed members of our constituency, distinguished guests, and fellow citizens, I greet you all. I, Honorable Erica Nana-Beidu, Minister of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, am honored to stand before you today to share a message of peace as we approach the national elections. In these times, it's essential that we come together as one people, united in our diversity and strive for peaceful coexistence. As a nation, we have a rich cultural heritage, and our chieftaincy and religious institutions plays a vital role in promoting peace, tolerance, and understanding. I urge all constituents to embrace the values of peace, love, and respect for one another. Let us work together to build a harmonious and inclusive society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. As we prepare for the elections, I appeal to all candidates and their supporters to conduct themselves in a peaceful and respectful manner. Let us avoid divisive rhetoric and instead focus on promoting the well-being and development of our nation. The National Peace Council has identified 23 hotspots across the country and is working with the political actors to ensure peace. Additionally, the Media Foundation for West Africa has developed guidelines against intemperate language during this period. Together, we can build a brighter future for ourselves, our children, and generations to come. Let us choose peace, let us choose love, and let us choose unity. May God bless our motherland, Ghana. Thank you. And once again, my name is Erica Nana-Beidu, Minister of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, members of Parliament, the diplomatic community, members of the press, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. As a Minister for Foreign Affairs, I call on all candidates running for the office of the President to rise above divisions and lead by example in fostering peace, unity, and mutual respect for all citizens. The upcoming elections on December 2024 are the defining moment for our motherland, Ghana. I urge you all to preach peace to your followers and all stakeholders and use diplomacy when dealing with fellow contestants. Speak with decorum to avoid any kind of riots.
Let's be reminded that elections are not a battlefield, but instead a platform where democracy and unity can triumph in a collective aspiration for a better future of our motherland Ghana. Remember, war is expensive, while peace is free. Let us all choose peace. Once again, I am Vali Kepeonyo, Minister for Foreign Affairs. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Parliamentary Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, good afternoon, honorable members. My name is Honorable Hafiz Abdurrahman, Minister for Parliamentary Affairs. As representatives of the Ghanaian citizens, we carry the profound responsibility of shaping the destiny of our nation. Our action, words, and decisions directly impact the peace, stability, and progress of our country. Whatever we do in the House of Parliament is keenly observed by citizens of Ghana, because majority of them look up to us. As we approach the election season in December, I urge each of us to reflect deeply on the role we play as custodians of democracy. Let us remember that elections are a celebration of people's voice, so we must respect the voice and observe fairness in all endeavors, as it has always been. We lead by examples. Therefore, let us hold fast our standards for a peaceful, free, and fair election. God bless our homeland Ghana.
Right Honorable Speaker, Members of Parliament, I extend greetings to you all. As the Minister of Justice and Attorney, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind all Ghanaians of the importance of peace as we approach the upcoming elections. Right Honorable Speaker, as we stand at the threshold of the 2024 presidential election, I humbly address all political leaders across our great nation. Our collective responsibility is not only to contest for power, but to protect the unity, peace, and stability of Ghana. As leaders, the words we speak to our supporters carry immense weight. I urge each of us to preach peace, tolerance, and restraint at every opportunity. As Nelson Mandela aptly said, it is so easy to break down and destroy. The heroes are those who build peace and make a brighter future. Let us choose to be heroes for Ghana. I call on all political leaders to remind their supporters that violence has no place in our democracy. Election day is an opportunity to showcase Ghana's maturity as a peaceful nation, not a battlefield of division. Any grievances must be addressed through lawful and consensual means. As the late Kofi Annan reminded us, may his soul rest in peace. Peace must be real and tangible in the daily life of every individual in need. Our people deserve leadership that inspires peace, not fear, and the future builds on unity, not discord. Finally, let us work together to ensure that our campaigns, our actions, and our words inspire hope rather than incite hatred. Political competition should not be a threat to our peace, but a testament to the strength of our democracy. I call on every leader to affirm that Ghana's future is greater than any individual ambition. As Kwame Nkrumah once said, the task ahead is great indeed. Honorable Minister, fellow Honorable Speaker, fellow ministers, fellow Ghanaians, let us come together to create a brighter future for generations to come. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. Honorable members of Parliament, I greet you all. I am Daniel Frimpong-Majumo, the Minister of National Security, and I am excited to be given this opportunity to inform the House of the comprehensive security arrangements put in place to ensure the security of the voters, polling agents and citizens during our electoral process. Mr. Speaker, elections are a fundamental process in democratic governance, allowing citizens to choose their leaders and hold them accountable for their actions. Our security strategy is built in 3 key pillars: intelligence-led operations, visible policing, and community engagement. We have enhanced our intelligence gathering capabilities to identify potential security threats and to take proactive measures to mitigate these threats. As we approach the critical moment in our democratic journey, I stand before you as the Minister of National Security to remind us all of our duties we hold, not only to exercise our rights to vote, but to do so in an atmosphere of peace. Mr. Speaker, I call on all citizens to respect the rule of law, tolerate differing opinions, and refrain from engaging in any form of violence or intimidations. Let us show the world that Ghana is a democracy of peace in Africa. Mr. Speaker, thank you for your attention and efforts. Thank you for your attention and trust in our effort to safeguard the security of our citizens and country. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Good day, distinguished guests, young leaders, and future change makers. My name is Honorable Marisa Otu. Today, I bring to you something very close to my heart as a Minister of Employment. Mr. Speaker, it is an honor to stand before you in this vibrant gathering of bright minds and passionate voices. Today, as we celebrate the power of words and ideas, let us also reflect on the responsibility that comes with every role we undertake, particularly in service to our nation. To the polling agents and electoral commissioners, I extend this message of peace, encouragement, and trust. As custodians of our democracy, your work is essential in ensuring that the voices of our people are heard and respected. I urge you to approach your duties with professionalism, fairness, and diligence. Mr. Speaker, in your hands lies the power to uphold the integrity of our electoral process by performing your tasks impartially and with the highest ethical standards. You contribute not just to the success of the elections, but to the trust and unity of our nation. Mr. Speaker, to the youth here today, remember this: democracy thrives on the participation of informed and active citizens like you. Let us work together, leaders, citizens, and aspiring change makers, to promote peace, respect, and accountability in every sphere of life. Thank you for your commitment to shaping a brighter and more united future for our nation. Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Local Government and Rural Development.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to share a message of peace and unity as we approach the upcoming election. I am Honorable Vanessa Owusu-Ansah, the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development. Mr. Speaker, elections are vital cornerstones of our democracy, providing us with the opportunity to voice our opinions and share our visions for the future, and choose leaders who will guide our nation. However, Mr. Speaker, it is essential that we approach this process with a spirit of respect and understanding. As we engage in this discussion, let us do so with kindness and empathy, listening to one another and valuing each other's viewpoints. Mr. Speaker, I urge all citizens to participate in the electoral process peacefully and responsibly. As we cast our vote, let's choose leaders who will embody the values of integrity. Together, we can create a brighter future for all. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister for Transport.
Mr. Speaker, may you live long. Mr. Speaker, fellow leaders, and cherished citizens of our great nation, as I stand on the brink of a defining moment in our democracy, the eyes of the world and the hope of our people are upon us. This election is not just about choosing a leader, but safeguarding the peace, unity, and progress that form the foundation of our beloved country. As the Minister for Transport, I implore you to lead by example, guiding your supporters to choose dialogue over division and harmony over hostility. Together, let's ensure that citizens are carried to police stations safely, not to conflict. Peace is the vehicle that drives progress. Let's all be its champion. Mr. Speaker, leaders, this is the time to show that we are not just politicians, but statesmen and women who have placed the nation's interest above all else. Let our words and action reflect the peace we wish to see in our communities. Remember, it is peace that builds roads to prosperity, bridges to unity, and pathways to brighter futures for all. Together, let us make this election a celebration of democracy, free from violence and full of hope. Our nation's peace is our collective responsibility. Let us protect it with all our hearts. Thank you, and may peace prevail. May God bless. I am Honorable Pelchukudi Ugonna Prince, the Minister for Digitalization and Communication. I stand before you today to emphasize the crucial role we play in maintaining peace and stability during the upcoming election and how we can prevent fights. Mr. Speaker, as we approach the crucial moment in our nation's history, I urge all citizens to remain calm, tolerant, and peaceful. The Ministry of Digitalization and Communication is committed to ensuring that the digital space remains a tool for promoting peace and stability and national cohesion. Mr. Speaker, we will continue the work closely with our partners to monitor the misinformation, hate speech, and any form of digital content that may enhance violence or undetermine the electoral processes. Mr. Speaker, to achieve this, we will leverage all our digital platforms to promote peace and education and provide accurate information about this election that is going to happen in our mother Ghana. We will collaborate with the civic societal organizers, community influencers, and traditional leaders to amplify the message of peace and stability to those who are not in Accra. Let us remember that our diversity is our strength and our unity is the greatest asset. As we go to the polls, our unity, let us do so with utmost sense of responsibility, respect, and restraint. Mr. Speaker, together we can maintain peace and stability during this election and beyond. Let us make Mother Ghana proud. Thank you.
Let's hear from the Honorable Minister of State.
day, Mr. Speaker. May you live long. My name is Honorable Willa Benjamin, and I am the Minister of State. I am here to give a peaceful message to my political colleagues, to preach peace to their supporters, to avoid riots on the election day. Fellow ministers, as you approach this critical election period, I urge you to join me in promoting peace and calm among our supporters. Let us work together to ensure that our citizens can exercise their right to vote without fear of violence or intimidation. As leaders, we have a responsibility to set the tone for our followers. Let us preach peace, tolerance, and respect for the democratic process. We must remind our supporters that violence and unrest have no place in our democracy. Mr. Speaker, instead, let us focus on promoting issue-based campaigns where we engage in constructive debate and discussions on the policies and ideas that will shape our nation's future. To achieve this, I propose that we promote peaceful messaging, encourage our supporters to promote peaceful messages on social media and in their communities, engage in constructive debates, encourage our supporters to participate in debates and discussions that focus on the issues rather than resorting to personal attacks or inflammatory rhetoric. Support election monitoring. Encourage our supporters to participate in election monitoring efforts to ensure that the electoral process is free and fair. Mr. Speaker, by working together, we can create an environment that allows our citizens to exercise their right to vote without fear of violence or intimidation. Let us put the interests of our nation and other people above our individual ambitions. Together, we can promote peace, stability, and democracy. Let us make this election a celebration of our democracy. Let us make this election a celebration of our democracy rather than a source of conflict. Mr. Speaker, I rest my case here. Thank you.
I, Honorable Inshiraba Ponsankova, at 3:38 p.m., move the motion to bring the motion to close. Thank you.
Any seconder?
I, Honorable Shubobuki, at 3:38 p.m. Second the motion to bring the motion to a close.
Any counter motion? If not, we bring the motion to a vote. For those in favor of the motion, move to bring this assembly meeting to a close, say aye. And those against the motion, move to bring the assembly to a close, say nay. The ayes have it. This assembly meeting of honorable members is officially closed. Honorable members, shall we rise as we sing and meditate on the song?
Arise, gather youth for your country. The nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold her and make her great and strong. Arise, gather youth for your country. The nation demands your devotion.